No.
Yeah, your hair is tangled. Check, please. Thank you. Did you have a good sleep? Can I have one more? Thank you.